organize it. But it's more just the fact that trying to do it is just so hard when other stuff is happening. Like if someone swings you or just spams through smoke, you could just all go down.
And yesterday, this was the map where Osbos dropped a cool 29.
MiBR on defense, Sentinels on attack.
Light work for the young thug. Not be able to connect any shots,
yeah, looking like it might have a good start. Dude, look at this Ray boss. We got the regen armor as well. They went all out. Odds in, takes the hit, has a nade, that's it.
Still wins it out though, Cortesia is just shooting, man. Zelsa said that 1v3. God, he had an incredible map, but he would have to...
Dude, no one saw him cross. Oh.
Here in this pistol, I think he's deciding the orb is the best course of action, and he'll try his luck at A.
Might be able to get a second orb, honestly.
I mean, he's going to get a second orb, yeah.
We'll see if he can beat the timing. And frankly, he will just on account of MiBR. They have no reason to try and over-rotate here. Just play together, trade this out.
Yeah, he's going to get a plant as well.
Hey, this isn't bad for
he might like knife default just to check if he can plant this.
I do also like. I mean, that ultimate pretty crucial in terms of Sen's overall strategy. They get within striking distance of a site by smoking the map and then just fast hit it with that null command.
Yeah, no matter what happens, even if he doesn't get one extra, only 2 away.
But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Zelsis is on fire.
He's here in all this.
A crazy clutch to win though.
No. Let's be somewhat reasonable. Around,
well, there's an extra kill. Yeah, I'm just going to stick this, but... Okay, great from him, though. One away from the ult. Aspas did unroll. But also he kind of has to do unroll because he gets, he buys light, well, he buys regen armor and he gets dropped a ghost, so he's the one expected to do a lot of damage here.
The rest of SEN, they were just delayed behind that nebula. I don't think that Zelsis had a flash to actually pop out of that smoke, so they were just stood around waiting.
Did Aspas body block second on top of container there?
I think he might have done.
Denying him that, but because he's trying to dive into that very cloud burst. Cheeky.
Osbos has picked up the outlaw here now.
Hey, Zelsis gets the ult no matter what next rounds, and every single person from MiBR buys.
Dies in this round, he will have the null command for their first buy.
2 kills, 3 kills in fact, and 2 orbs. It's going to get you most of the way there.
Stark Sport with the Prime, thank you so much for that, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Takes down Artazine, and once again Cortesia affected by that.
Hello!
Here comes Sentinels. They don't even give you time to answer the door. They bust down through it.
That second wave of utility.
Dude, it's so hard to retake this. Outlaw is going to be able to one-shot everyone. Zenom needs to probably wait for his teammate, but or he can just do that.
That's classy stuff, though. Zelsis in second come
okay, hit that shot as well.
But Zenom is now very low. Aspas with that tailwind.
30 HP.
Surely they can collapse on this. Surely MiBR can land this plane. It's been a very maladroit landing for them so far. And they're going to sneak out into post-plant positions. Okay, get out of this, unreal!
4 HP.
Drops the outlaw. Zenom with 4 health has to cross and try and defuse. This
he's done.
So good. Just like they drew it up, and now Zenom's going to salvage.
Oh, eco right? I don't think they put anything into that.
Didn't cross in that timing. SEN weren't even repositioned to spam the spike, but they get away with the round win because Aspas has
they stole 2 guns.
Shot off. That is not reasonable.
We've seen what since the second half of Lotus, 3 eco round wins.
Dude, no one shot this recon as well.
I have to give credit to Zelsis though. He had some awkward flashes to say the least on this map yesterday, but they're paying dividends with that second utility wave. You could see the 2 players, it was Zekken and Narrate, who had teleported up top on B, waiting for the pop, and then they go out. They're able to get that kill. That was really excellently played.
They just, how many B spams we got on this?
That situation.
On Lotus, it was Zelsis and Narrate.
They win if they win a eco over towards B, you would imagine they can win it with guns, so they might just do this until it fails for a while.
Some generosity from Shenum throwing that over to the star player Aspas.
Generosity or prime directive? I don't think Shenum was ever gonna. He's not high enough on the pecking order for that one, Chief. Noswa chilling at upper. MiBR look to flood here now. They're breaking into the site. Aspas.
Yeah, there's a hero gun, but they can at least take tons of it.
Low on help, but happy to leverage his weapon advantage. Not much left to work with now. Cortesia Nosva Getting taken down one by one. That constant smoking up to that high ground with this double controller comp means that he couldn't see the wood for the trees.
Yeah, good play with the utility.
Wait, did he do it on purpose? I don't think so.
Was that perhaps a jump off the map, try and teleport, but miss the teleport?
No.
I'm going to chalk it up to that one, maybe.
Won't be signing him up for the Red Bull base jump anytime soon.
We'll see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just messed it up. Thing is, we've seen a couple of G2 players like that'll be wanting to get the orb, and once they take damage, they'll jump off. But he had full armor, right? Full armor and a gun. I'm not sure. Not sure that's. Well, we'll find out. I think he just messed up.
Obscure some of these angles like the one in heaven.
Isn't it nice to have
Here
that
we
level
go.
of redundancy that you get to use that util as Astra?
Whoa.
Big assist! Big assist.
No
Use
replay.
that util as Astra to catch people out. We saw the Nova Pulse on Aspas in round 2 as well.
All right, Sentinels looking to pressure towards mid against this full buy from MiBR.
Okay, the deep smoke mid. Sen would like to capitalize.
And by the way, Zelsis, he's continuing to retain this null command for the full buy round. That could be pivotal in converting. You can see MiBR playing around that by having Cortesia over towards the B site, while his setup, those kill trips are over towards A so they don't get
Yeah,
turned
there's a
off.
lot of people ready to kind of punish over towards middle though.
Said, where Shenum
This is
to
gonna get
caught.
really weird.
The null command, those stars.
Once they spot them towards middle, you would imagine that A becomes a little bit weak. Still gotta look at MiBR at the moment, right? Their whole setup is anti-KO, so once the KO ult goes off, the Cypher doesn't get hit, so the trips are up.
Here's that null command. It's time to get your motor running. We'll see the gravel thrown out, but they waited out.
Yeah, but they make so much sound here that they don't expect it, and Zekken should, in a little bit, have a kill.
Okay, just knocks Celsius out of absolutely nowhere. Good start. Sen now milling around the A main, still want to keep that pressure going now.
Yeah, and they didn't expect the double luck. Dude, the double layer luck was kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. For this to be the first buy, this was awesome rounds. Spike goes down super committed though. Well, I say super committed. AT Goose.
Redowned. Still no plant.
Didn't end up mattering, but they've
They
got the
sound,
mana
dude, I
to
have no idea, Goose.
They just have to deal with
I have no idea.
Cortesia
Thank you for the
and
bits, though.
cover. They want to post up in the side. Zekken watching
I'm
the
wondering
play.
like you are.
So many smokes here.
Yeah, it's so oppressive to try and wade through.
Ooh, okay, Cortesi takes a headshot early. It's Aspas in the 1
4
versus 3
bullets.
to salvage the round. This is the buy for MiBR. And he's got 4 bullets left. If he gets double faced, that's not going to be enough.
Maybe could kill Bang, get a reload.
He doesn't see this. He doesn't see the player on top.
Yeah,
and
very,
bang!
very nice.
Descends upon him.
Dude, this was lovely from Sentinels though. Mid pressure, they broke this, and then they went back, and this guy heard them running back, so I think for sure they thought they were falling back towards middle. Then they still had the smoke bottom of middle, or maybe they refreshed the smoke, I'm not entirely sure. And then just started pushing all the way through, but they had 2 here. Then heavy distraction over towards A, who have 3-person exec, and then they had a double layer luck. It was a sick round. Honestly, I don't want to over-exaggerate, but it's probably the best round I've seen from Sentinels on this map.
Walk up is a great way to get around just the way the map is laid out.
Yeah, at what point does Cortesia start?
Because they've been struggling on this map a little bit, but that was like
Did you see
awesome.
that in the crew game? Shy was putting these deep trips in mid.
Yeah, at the moment he's just favored towards setting up anchoring kill trips for the sites. But you're right, that is going to have to be an adjustment at some point, or else they're going to have to commit too many other resources to picking those angles up.
And we saw in that game, it was a whole mini game about using your shocks to try and guess where the trip was. Cross that bridge when we
Okay,
get to it, folks.
and they saw the jet as well, so you can imagine that pulls the rotate over heavy. We got 4 here. We are seeing Artsin with a classic though, just full sticking over towards A. What the hell? We're against an eco. We're committed with the ult.
You can't be getting away with that. You
He's
just
kept 3
cannot
people
be.
here, Wyatt.
What's going on? He's calling the team back. Now what?
Eventually he
Now
goes
they go
down.
back.
It's all going to be on Artazine here to stop this flood of players. Flash will herald their arrival, and in they come. Artazine just doesn't have the weaponry to hold him at bay. It's all coming apart at the seams here for MiBR.
I mean, they haven't picked up
and they're short
gun.
on thread.
Surely Nozwa throws that over to
Nozwa
Aspas.
recovered Nair
They're
into
not going to
rifle
change guns?
off that great. I mean, I want to say sell towards the B site, which it was, but a little bit extra on top.
That was a set phases to warp feed from Narrate, and he still gets the kill.
Yeah, I can't believe he stuck the Omen ult.
Unreal respect, honestly.
Nosware has a recon there. Could have sent it into heaven to clear that space. But it looks like he just wants to save and maybe do a little damage on the way out.
Obviously a buy in the next round here for MiBR. Aspas only dropping the Sheriff to the ground. Really, Celsius? You don't drop that, bro?
He might
Friend is gun
consider
maxing
this.
Here. It's going to be Nosware holding
Oh,
on
he's
his
considering
Vandal.
it.
Theoretically, Celsius drops his.
Zelsa's on a mission to get another null
Yeah,
command.
I mean, he might as well.
Steel Gardens did this dude pop off?
Gonna get another KO soon.
It's like aggressive Steel Gardens.
I still can't believe this because it would have given them a gun. If this went wrong, it would have been a disaster.
Pretty bad.
Like the whole play is so unnecessary. Like the overall fake was pretty good at the beginning, but
Dipped his toe in through a cloud burst. You know,
good to see him with
dashed
confidence
around a
though.
little bit.
So
But I mean, you're not going to argue with Narrate TPing into
Well,
the site. You're going to be
we'll settle
convinced
for
at
that.
Point. MiBR call a timeout here as they lose 4 consecutive rounds, and combined to the next one, you have to think that Aspas defensive operator play has got to come into effect soon.
That's what we saw in the mix after the defensive
E2
timeout
made
was
SEN look
called
like a tier
at
2
the tail
team.
end of Lotus by Coach Fraud. So we'll see if that's going
Yeah, I
to
kind
be
of
a
agree.
common trend here. This is obviously a map where the op
But I think Vitality are doing the same thing in the EMEA as well.
So far.
nuts. Maybe two teams a little bit rough, but yeah, they're making them look like that. They're,
Some of those angles Aspas
they're on a
isn't going to
different
be able
level.
to pick up, though. That's not to say he doesn't have the confidence to swing through smokes with the op, go for a quick shot, and dash away.
How does that fare against this SEN comp with more smokes than an average Texas barbecue restaurant?
Yeah, it is tough. Those mid angles are not going to be easy to pressure. But it is something I imagine they're going to want to lean into. They've got a few ults here coming into this round, but nothing of massive significance outside of a cosmic divide, perhaps. And the Aspas does have that op, and well, he has the Blade Storm as well, if things get scrappy.
4-1 here for Sentinels. They started on the defense side of this map against G2 and were just slowly bundled out of the game without their consent. MiBR's Abyss, yep, they've won.
Yeah, and
13-10
honestly, this is
against
great
Crew,
stuff from
13-10 against
Sentinels
EV,
though.
13-10 against C9 on this map.
Shenum has Astra ult, so they're gonna have to fight onto the site. And they were, at least at the beginning of this, spamming B hits, and now as we can see, they can pick the right site, but they also pretty much need to make sure that like 3, 4 fight on site. Because this Astra ult's gonna be a nightmare. Knife goes in, doesn't hit anyone. They got a kill trip, but there's no one to get a kill off of it.
Nowhere to play off of that. Senna pretty much under MiBR's noses already, and they got another wave of these smokes. It's going to let them walk up on this side.
Yeah, and this is nice. They get 3 over towards site. You're going to have Bang. They can obviously play Soup. Oh, I think this might have been too much. Yeah, I would love Narrate to actually afford on site with them here. So over ult, so we can start swing and duel. Very nice. Yeah, I like this as well. They called Narrate back. Holy. Well, that looks incredibly convincing. They're really on it at the moment, though. Like the ideas from Sentinels, everyone knows what to do. They made this one look real easy. That was mostly Zekken, though. It was a good idea from John as well, just as soon as they start flooding in, just ult to start trading. Like, he gets 2 pretty much from the ult. Yeah, that Astra suck was awesome as well. Hit 2 with the double damage.
They all fight shelf together off the back of Zekken taking that initial contact. So much better than some of the flashes we saw yesterday against G2. I'm loving this so far. This is the attack side that we just didn't get to see much of. But my question really is, if MiBR are to make a comeback here when the sides swap, unless they rally back now, how many do they need on defense if SEN are not able to step it up on their own defensive side from what we saw against G2?
Aspas is positively bristling after that last round goes horribly wrong. And so it gets the silverware out.
Yeah, it's also still has his knife, but not gonna be able to do it until they spot. Yeah, now he can knife.
For a second there, we were about to witness
Oh, what a dink that was.
happened to Crew yesterday. Just slips away with the one, though.
Here's that null command, though, so it will allow Sen to get into the site. Nothing really that MiBR can say about it. They don't have anything really to stall with anyway.
Okay, they throw Bang the plant so that he can have it all.
In the side
Here
itself,
comes the
going
ult.
down to 5, so he's playing right back towards Coast. And here's that Cosmic Divide thrown up by Bang.
They have no more Yuta, really. Bang has like a smoke or a star, that's it. Oh, there he goes.
Bang does fall. Aspas gets some knife purchase, and Delsis is on his own. Pinged out, but they're all there.
Dude,
Still
imagine.
pretty classy
Imagine
with the
this
right click.
somehow.
Aspas is coming for him, though, and he knocks
Okay.
it. He doesn't care.
I was starting to believe a little bit.
But not quite enough
Aspas
to send
did
in that round.
great though. There was so much damage.
50 here from
Odson did
MiBR.
awesome to hit that shot on Heaven as well. That helped a lot a bit.
Defined by the star power, and it's Aspas on this map in particular. You know, we mentioned it against Cruz, that 29 for 9 game. He came up with the Blade Storm in the exact same position.
Yeah, you've got to be ready for it.
Gets the one,
There's no
dashes
punish.
out.
Dude, that's hard to punish.
Aspas has some of the best jet movement in the world, but specifically when he needs to retreat, he is excellent at getting out of tough situations. Really excels in those kind of moments. And then the repush in past the Cosmic Divide, Pop Flash coming through to support him. Gets their economy stabilized. They recover a bunch of those rifles. Now they have the op back.
Were they playing scared at the beginning of
His
the round?
hands is
It
playing towards
it's
Heaven
it's
Aspas.
too hard to play some of these signs.
Young Zekin
Especially with the
ready to turn it
KO
up.
knife goes on
Stinger
in,
and
and
Blades
then there's
off
like a
this round,
recon
so
here.
able to
It's
profit a bit of
so
extra
hard
money.
to hold this site. Sometimes you just have to play retake.
Aspas on a really passive angle here. Those trips all committed to the A side of the map this time around. Okay, so plenty to see in mid, honestly.
Yeah, spotting out that Omen who has made a lot of presence up in
They
mid
mean
for
Sen when
Sentinels.
taking site.
That's going to draw some
Oh,
attention from
okay.
MiBR.
I mean, they didn't want to give him a gun
Cortezia
though,
took
so
the
they
upper
didn't want
right
to play
of the
too
minimap, now has
close.
to cover a more
Like if
passive
they started
angle
playing
towards
here,
as the split onto A.
then they could just get guns and then you're snowballing. They're trying to play distance gun-wise. In a 5v5 they would have played close.
Dip, dive, dodge. Nope, not going to be good enough. The rate ends up going down to that Hunter's Fury in the end.
Looking kind of convincing, this one.
Was an anchor.
Yeah, looking way better.
Tough to Zelsis once more.
Let's start looking at the money for Sentinels. They still got great money. They can buy for like 2 in a row.
Beautifully done. Aspas with a safe
Yeah,
angle
everyone might
in
have a
mid,
bit of
doesn't
money
really
for
see the need to get
next 2
involved.
rounds.
They play to the extremities.
The Hunter's Fury from
Back? Yeah,
Osborne
definitely
was
back, especially as it's like
excellent
pretty
on
heavy
this
attack
timing.
sided.
Forcing second into a tough situation. At the moment, I'm questioning, where are the shock darts to break these trips? We're just running into the first one, the closest one. Those have to get broken.
Yeah, we're looking at John. Start to open those up a little bit more. They've got to be aware that Cortezia is investing those heavily in these sort of grid matrices on these sites.
And yet again, in this default, double smoke for top mid, but Aspas, he walks through.
So much information for Aspas. Arzine sees everything he needs to and gets some free damage on Bang at that.
Yeah, this knife is awesome. That
Absolutely shuts
Had to
down
respect
Sen's
it.
effort to press forward there. They have to slow the round down at this point.
Look at that deep trip by Cortezia.
And that's the
I
kind
was
of trip
third
that they're
liquid.
going to
Dude,
need
it
to
was
place.
pretty
They're
good in
gonna
the
have
end.
to sacrifice site trips just to have
Hello, Yadsin as well. Hello,
passive
hello. I was
information
literally
on
just about
mid.
to compliment you.
Can't be destroyed in fairness by a shock dart, but not that
I liked a lot of your prep for Abyss, especially.
To the proper site. Null command pop. This is awful for the 10 hit, but the smoke drops.
And that's what
That
happened
bind
in
ult's
seconds
pretty
so
cool
many
as well, the
times
Brimmill.
yesterday on this map. This time he's able to flip the script. And 2 MiBR players fall before they can have a say.
This is so disconnected from MiBR. Zekin is watching the flank patiently. Can Cortezia win the duel? He can't. It's all on Artzin.
And they've got to know there's a player sat here. This is such a common spot to hold for defenders, but we have a cancel briefly called by
mean,
Sen. They're going for the re-hit now.
yeah.
The second wave of util. Zekin though was felled instantly.
Like-
Bang! Able to
Those are wild.
Arzine while he's stunned down, and that Genom has so
Oh,
much to
this
do for
still was a
hero.
wild. I thought we were out of there.
Close for comfort there, but Sen exit the round with 2 up.
MiBR, unfortunately for their sake, getting really
I prefer
disconnected
Breach or
with the
KO on
swings
this
over
map.
on B.
Honestly, I'm
After
kind of
the
enjoying the
Nebula
Breach
drop,
stuff that
Aspas
people are doing at
just
the moment.
firing range in his
The Breach,
face. Four players to
the
shut
Breach
him
stuff
down
makes
in
it
this
look like
moment.
you literally
Then
can't play
Roberts
sight.
swing out of heaven.
So does the KO
He's
stuff
facing into
also,
all
but
of these players. Haphazard to say the least. Cortezia then, he feels like he needs to be a hero, but he's being watched on the mid flank. The drop to rope.
I mean, that's 2 like back-to-back rounds from Aspas where his positioning's been nothing short of audacious.
I think Heretics had an off day. Is it worrying signs? Kind of just think the vitality's insane. Definitely their Abyss, definitely Heretics' Abyss backfired a little bit. By a little bit, I mean quite a lot.
Active for Zelsis. Cortezia doesn't quite have the lineup there. Still no stick up the spike.
The dash, I mean, yeah, hit his head. How many rounds do MIB need? Honestly, if they get 4, pretty okay. They would still need to win pistol, but
to play with. There's a molly for Zelsis for some delay. John can drone just to make sure that no one's pushing too close. Gets a tag on Cortezia.
Uncomfortable. That's going to slow things down further. Narrate does get pinged out by the 0 points. John looks like he's got some shock darts set up here. Delta sprays down through that cyber cage. Down to 2 MiBR. They're running out of time, but Cortezia finds 3, twirling his moustache evilly. Got a chance to salvage around of time. He's not on his side. Into the cyber cage, give it a tap. And hope for the best. He'll get another gun out of the game here, and Narrate has to hang around and give up his gun.
Very nice. That should force them down to a low buy.
In main. I like that teleport position from Narrate as well, just offering an additional element to their crossfire when that might be our players are forced to get forward. Another timeout called from them.
One enemy remaining.
Tell you what, these youngsters on MiBR, impressive.
I tanked everybody's flash in that game. Oh.
Including your teammates, perhaps?
Where's the black chat section when I was talking about Heretics? I mean, I was kind of right about the map, but I wasn't right about them being good on the map. I was like 50% there. The theory on paper was great. In reality, not great.
Aspas not able to have an impact. Another op bought in.
You think it's the third best team in Americas?
By the way, we're 10 rounds in, and Zelsis is.
I don't know, dudes. I think it's like one of those on their day kind of thing.
This guy's form is really elevated.
I think the level in Americas is really close. I think it's really, really close.
I'm pretty satisfied looking SEN City so far. Some MiBR presence dotted amongst them. 7-3 is the score. Another great first half for Sentinels. But again, that's kind of what they want to do with this composition, White, is get on the attack side first, stifle off those op angles, and look at this comp. It really has made it hard for Aspas to shine with the defensive operator play.
I think the gap between SEN and G2 is as big as it seems.
This A side, maybe intending on going
probably not
first,
as big as it
down
seems,
mid.
but there's definitely a gap there.
Again, here are those smokes disrupting information for MiBR.
And again, it could imply
I think getting... Dude, I would want to pick maps where Leaf isn't playing Chamber. Like, I would try and get Leaf off of Chamber.
Quickly, in he goes.
Yeah, there's the vent break, and there's the shock dart. John wants to
Like,
break
that's how I'd want to play against G2 at the moment. I think their Fracture didn't look great. It's like the only map where I'm like, I would want to play them.
All of the Astra util for a post-plant setup now, no longer available. It's an awkward buy for MiBR.
Keeper, he was calling you out earlier, actually.
Coming back through defender spawn now.
He was calling you out in the Liquid game. He was in chat.
Going to be next to impossible for MiBR. There's not a lot of post-plant util for Sentinels. That may be the one saving grace. Still, though, the weaponry is just so weak. You're relying on Aspas and Noswar right now.
It's really only a recon, you're right, but they'll anchor this. Zeka will sit in the site and throw down. The guns aren't great here for MiBR.
Oh, that shot is
so numbers
fast.
is something they have to leverage.
Fast,
Someone got
fast,
pinged out there.
fast.
0 points being exchanged, and we're getting pretty close now on time. Noswar found 2, but eventually he'll be brought down.
This is a lot of rounds.
It's really elementary for
A
Sentinels.
lot of rounds. I still think 4-8 is like super doable for MiBR, but they still got to get the 4. Astral for Astral, so they have to fight on site, and we might even get like a similar round to what we saw earlier.
Again, that weaponry is too weak. Cortezia had a moment
Where they let
where
them
he could've
Astral, and then
maybe
they
done that
just
salvage share, but if he had a rifle there,
overall.
probably would've converted and
Aspas is 6
little
kills
moments
away
like
from
that.
2,000
It comes
total
down
kills.
to
6
Celsius,
away.
13 kills
That's crazy.
and 13 assists. It's just lights out from this guy right now.
Aspas, of course, is the kill leader.
Why do you think no one else is playing Chamber as much as G2? It's just... Well, they have someone that works with Chamber for sure.
Cannon operator
And I think they have a
for
pretty
TXT
good
and
system of how they want to use it. I also think he has a lot of.
Gone deep into mid for
I think
Sen,
they're like one of the
go
teams,
ahead
in my
and walk
opinion,
up for
if not
free.
the team that
This
is
time, though, there's a bit more than
the
just
ones
narrating
most
the
likely
event.
to
He
get
does
the
break it
outlaw
open, so
nerfed.
that already is starting to furrow the brow of the defenders over there.
Like I think if you're playing chamber, you gotta lean so heavy into that.
This is going to force MIB. Look, where are they safe on this side? Nowhere, really.
Oh, weird Astro.
Shot, or the trips rather weren't broken, but bang, what a swing.
Yeah, his open has been awesome. Walking up into that site, and again, it feels unlosable for Sentinels. This
Dude,
situation,
they got 9.
where they've got a post plant with even more utility than they had earlier to work with. Bang has a star up still, and he can make use of this cosmic divide. Yeah, it's round 12. Pop off, King.
This is certainly going to a 9-3. Ospas just can't win this out with the AWP, with the Hunter's Fury on.
It looks like he's playing Subway Surfers, up, down, left, right.
He's got some nice shots on him though, but
Again, this is an objective game, folks, and Aspas has 20 solitary points of health left. 19 more than he needs, in fairness. But it's a Sisyphean task for him. And Sentinels have another 9-3.
dude, 9 is insane.
Maps.
They were just splitting A
It's
with
a must-win
ease.
pistol for MiBR, and we have got to talk about the
aggressive
pistol because they won
play
the pistol into this as well.
Maybe there could have been a moment where they try to pop flash out with multiple players, catch one of those Sen guys walking up, contacting. It never came, and Sen were able to get all of their perfect executes off, making it look all too easy.
6-round lead of the half. We've got Rivington standing by with Sentinels CEO Rob Moore, who I'm sure is
Dude,
a
Rob's
smile
there?
on his face.
Zen, he's got to be happy right now. Dude, I love Rob, man. Rob's so funny.
CEO of Sentinels, I gotta ask, things are looking a little bit better today, especially on Abyss. How you feeling?
A little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday I was just pacing around all angry. But, you know, this is like Masters Madrid. For those of you who didn't notice, what happened at Masters Madrid, we got rolled by Gen G, went to the loser bracket, won, and then came back and took out Gen G. So hopefully the script writers are liking sequels.
In a little bit of that fact, we were talking earlier, you're saying, yeah, they might have Aspas, but today we have Zousis. What's it been like watching Zousis get aces and just absolutely frag out game 1?
That is the craziest, that is probably the craziest map I think I've seen. But yeah, Zousis has the hack because he is using both the Sen Classic and the Sen mouse.
This guy, dude.
It's easy. We were looking earlier, and he's like, I don't even really watch the game at the end. I just look for Zousis to get hype and actually go for the cheers. What else? How are you feeling about Narrate today? He's playing a lot better. How's it been having him on the squad?
Narrate brings a lot of energy, but he's young, so he's very streaky. But when he's feeling it, so like you could tell yesterday, the thing I was most impressed yesterday is how rough map 1 was, but he came back map 2 and he led the team in kills, so that was impressive, his ability to really get back in there.
That's awesome. And before I let you go here, you get a lot of Valorant to watch now. You got Qbert Academy as well. How's it been having a bit more to the family?
Qbert Academy is the best because, for better or worse, we can't win Ascension, so I don't have to stress as much. So we can just have a lot of fun, and Tarek has decided to watch party, so we just goof around, and it's the one time where Tarek doesn't jinx the team. Because the biggest change today, Tarek is hating me right now, is Tarek is not sitting here.
Ooh.
Tarek's at home today. So we have hope. We can win today.
Oh, sorry, little bro. Rob Moore, though, thank you so much. Best of luck in the match with the team.
Okay.
Back to you guys.
Maximum, thank you at the Prime. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you, thank you. And
Sentinels
Kato
are engine room at the moment.
Kido
It's great to have
Desu
Qbert
with
Academy
the
in
Prime.
challenges.
Thank
Check
you
that out, of
also,
course,
dude.
during the week, Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Rob, dude,
Might
Rob
see
cracks me
myself
up
and
so much,
Dr.
man.
Wyatt
He's so
River over
funny.
there occasionally.
He
But again,
will
great to hear you
always,
talk about, you know, Zelsis
like,
and
he never
Narrate, two
misses
players
an
we're not
opportunity
usually,
to
seeing
plug.
in the spotlight for this team,
Like,
but
he
man,
will always
they
get
really
some
can't
kind of
watch
shout out
this
for a
depth
much
to this
or like a
Sentinels roster.
mouse or
2
something.
players, though, to the match we have to call back to, which is Sen versus G2.
Dude,
who
it's
are
so,
like
I tell you what,
much
it's
on
nice seeing
defense.
like
Narrate
CEOs that are
was just
super
getting overwhelmed,
open
entering
as
that
well
B
into it.
site on
He's
countless
great.
rounds. The way that G2
Dude,
were
another round where
exploiting
he
mid there.
gets raid
Did
bossed
Sen
with
do enough on this attack
regen
have to
shield.
win? Or will their defense just be better today?
MiBR only managed 4 rounds after going down 3-9 on Lotus, but a very different map. And a side that Sentinels showed some clear difficulty with yesterday. And also was going to get the shock of a lifetime.
Oh, so is Cortezia. Both of them brought low.
Great damage. Damage alone does not win rounds. However, headshots definitely go a long way towards that. Aspas here is about to have to hold back the hordes of Hades.
He is all alone. He has to pop off in this situation.
Paranoia's going to whistle past him. It's going to be one by one stuff. And Aspas
Oh.
in a great position to cut them down.
He did great though.
Get the rack
Is it
together.
enough?
Double swing, John QT going to walk over the kill. Cortesia flattened. Noswa low. Genom not in a position to intervene,
Oh,
but
double
the
shock.
is good.
Double shock kill.
It's perfect.
That was really, really nice.
Stunning.
Okay, it's
Double
gonna be
shot
close.
kill, and Genom
It's gonna be
swoops in
close.
for
They
the
get
credits.
double pistol into this. They need to
We got a
make sure they
pistol
don't get
round
ecoed like
defined
last
by
time because they got
shock
full
darts.
ecoed.
And Aspas on that deep position on his lonesome.
He did enough.
Artson and him really got disconnected in how they wanted to play back sight, with Artson swinging alone, didn't have that trade, and now it's Aspas staring down. The Horde coming forward, gets his two, and offers enough delay that these SEN guys have to get on the spike ASAP. Nas was chilling with his shock darts in main the entire time. A must-win pistol round for MiBR.
Yeah, the 3-1 for the pistols, 2-0 on this map, even though looking at the score you wouldn't think it. They're allowed 2 deaths.
Better have their wits about them.
Center stacked up towards B.
Okay, today's stack, which makes me think that
No way
Right
they'd go
into
B.
the
they don't
never
properly
walk
use the
into this
drone or
stack
human
and
drone.
feed their players away.
We're already seeing this Cortesia mid lurk though. He might be able to glean enough information to expose Sentinels'
Doesn't have a drone.
defense plan in this round.
He doesn't have a drone
Yeah, this was something that
on the
was
eco round.
highlighted by Mimi on the desk. How active Cortesia is at looking mid. Great
He
first
might
kill.
have a timing here. I don't know if Sen are ready for this at all. Bang, thinks about it. He won't be ready. Oh, homie, the
Oh, they
extra
got the
play.
human drone
Look at
going over
Pop
towards
Tarts.
middle though, so it
He's
doesn't
still able to
matter.
pop back down and clean
Still,
up
that
Cortesia.
still does worry the hell
We're
out of me
2
though.
versus 4.
And when you are that Sentinel with the ghost as well,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
shout out to G2.
Yeah. Shout out to Lothar.
shout out to
Shout out to
never
honest
gets
Valorant
old.
fans.
Never gets old. What happened to the
No,
game? I
everyone,
love?
everyone can't resist, man. He really, it's sick that that's Lothar's legacy in the game now.
Alright. Aspas closing in on that 2,000 kill mark.
It was mental.
Just complaining. I just go. It's so perfect for him. Complaining.
If he gets to
It's
12,
sick.
It's the magic number, folks. Alright. Sen not able to thrifty this time around. Guns in hand. Ready to go.
and this is not too bad at all for an MiBR bonus. Looking at the buy, they have
Okay,
some
well
good
obviously
rifles here.
fast big buy round.
Gathered up towards A main. Not a lot of util defensively for Sen on this A site. It's reliant on Zekin wanting to take this first engagement and the dash away dodges. The flash gets some damage in. Able to dash before.
Nice to get the
caught by
dash
zero
out of there.
point.
Massive duel coming up.
Is ready to throw down. Aspas, his first
Yeah, I was
victim.
gonna say, well, what's the decision making
Nebula
here?
gets him out,
Definitely could
back
have
to
pushed
safety, they
forwards.
pull off the
Got
side.
out of there. They have
That is
flash for
exactly what he wants
retake,
to do in that
and they
situation.
don't have
He's just
dash
fighting
though,
for
so it's a
one
little
and
bit
to
hard for him to
out.
get through this choke.
Plays it to perfection. Man advantage retake.
Arzine pinged a lot of damage on Higgin Noswa just getting into this site in the
Or you
first
can
place.
just walk out.
Can Cortesia get this backstab through Vent though?
Got up ropes. Somehow.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna be dead on this one. Nice shot. Oh, the guy close shot the. Nice.
Into tower here. The Zekin's gonna be
Oi,
hot on his heels,
oi,
baby. 4 kills.
I still kind of liked it, right? Shannon shot the door to make sure this guy didn't have to shoot, so they only thought it would be one. But second is he won this round on his own, really, or at least made it a lot easier. They could have still won, but
He's the one who's been able to turn the
Oh
tide.
man, guy must have latched like a cobra with all the carrying he did so far in kickoff. But didn't have to be the standout in that last map.
Nice, Zach. Let's
Oh, it was narrated and Zelsis stepping up. But I wonder how things would have turned out if he had never gotten that ace clutch against Loud. We might be looking at a
go
totally
most kills.
different
Yes,
tournament.
that's right.
But that's what he brings to Sen. A level
Okay,
of
here we
star
go.
power that most teams just do
We
not
got
have.
2,
Just
kind
one
of
the best in
3,
the
but
world,
we'll say 2.
regarded as
They
that
can't
for
buy
a
next.
reason. MiBR
Got 1 here.
full buy. Everything on the line. This is their map
Okay,
pick.
early drone,
the
but it
verge of
only
being stolen
saw Aspas.
Exchange of util spots Aspas.
Noswa
In the middle
is
of the
1
map.
away from ult.
Smoke here
About
in
it.
theory to waylay his push up.
Knife went
Also
over
don't
towards
off
A
the
as well,
right
and
now,
they
right
smoke,
direction.
so this creates a lot of
This is a
pressure that they
pretty
could have
poor
got to the
position,
right
so it does
side of
actually cover a lot
A
of
as
ground.
well.
Doesn't say too much though.
Info
about
over
Sen's
towards
setup.
B,
He
same
just
thing
spot
was they're getting
bang.
info over towards
That right,
A.
excuse me.
And just a few seconds ago, after that drone
what
expired,
is he is kind of going to
Zelsis
insert
threw
himself over towards middle.
Towards B main, didn't catch anyone, and you can see him now rotating off.
That's a
He gets
nice
the
shot,
kill on
man. Fair play.
Cortezia because of that info he got, and of course a snappy shot with the form he's in. Can Zekken make magic happen, anchoring again?
He's holding for a shot here, hoping for a kill
Yeah,
from somebody.
pop of the
Doesn't get it.
dash.
Does he just audaciously swing out? I'd be terrified. Zekken!
It's unlucky, man. He had a lot of people
Big risk
holding.
taken, shut down for it. Noswer, Hunter's Fury to deny the retake, deny someone sticking the spike. He's retreated over towards main. Even as shock darts as well. We saw the value we got from those before.
Aspas on the verge of a massive milestone here in VCT Americas. That was ugly. Oh, he's brought down. Zelsis busts in there, and Narrate rappels down.
Last player standing.
And there it is. It's going to be up to Noswa here.
Oh, he
buddy,
got
this is a tall
owned by
order.
the knife as well.
Zelsis already on the
Matt.
defuse, getting into half. Noswa.
I gotta do an insane shout out to Zelsis. Look at the util into this round. Look at the util into this round. He flashes. That gets them the kill. Well, first of all, he locks down middle. After he's done the knife over towards B, he doesn't spot anyone over towards B, so they start focusing on middle. Gets good timing on middle. Lovely shot. Then he rotates, flashes in, owns the guy close with the flash. Then he gets another kill, right? No, okay, he hit this guy with the flash, and then he's knifes deep as the guy wants to Sova ult so they can insta dick.
Oh my god, what a knife, Jordan. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely,
big info off
0
that.
points in that round.
It's
that were
insane,
crucial for
dude.
Zelsis. His utility is so much better today.
Sentinels, a win here sets them up with a date with Pearl. A map that's been great for them. A chance to just breeze into Bangkok and the finals here of kickoff.
You are divided.
Right, MiBR
So
now
one-sided.
with the Zelsis
Yeah, you
confidently step
also got to
forward.
talk about the fact that MiBR have one double pistol.
At this, Sentinels are
But they got
brimming
owned in
with
this.
self-belief.
Oh god, what is that?
Set.
How's he spinning around, killing everyone?
Backdrop 4 in the round. Get him
Oh,
another.
bro, it's such a. It would have been such a
Noswa,
good.
No interest in
It would
fairy
have been such a
tales.
good ace, dude.
For him, he's living the
It's
cold
so
hard reality
nice.
of falling behind
Still though,
5
a round's
to
a round.
12. And that's nothing to smile about.
20 HP remaining.
The
Seven
texture
players
cast,
posted up.
yeah.
There's even a flank coming from Zekken.
Strong wind to blow him over here.
Dude, the third kill on this was it the third one? Might have been the fourth one.
Close the account. And we are now at map point. Sentinels.
Yeah, I think it was the third.
Matt, what is this flick?
Oh my.
God,
Oh
the speed
my.
on that is sickening.
You are horrible. You are terrible.
That's messed up, man. Last
Okay,
chance for MiBR.
seven chances to
Map
end
pick,
this,
yet Sentinel-
and
Sentinel winning in
wow,
more
dude, it's
dominant
been
fashion
so
than they did on
dominant.
Their own map pick, Lotus first.
Yeah, this is such a rough way for
Starting on that
MiBR to
attack
go
side
out.
That really gets the ball rolling for this composition, and then they just have to close it out with a significant advantage.
It's been so hard for some of these MiBR players to get into the game. Artesian especially. It's been a brutal outing for him.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear Noswer say in an interview before the game, these two teams have never played each other before, not even in a scrim.
Yeah, they don't scrim, yeah.
So Sen are coming in with a style that MiBR are just not used to. They don't have that experience.
And they only had overnight to study the VODs from this Abyss gameplay.
Yeah, of course you can say the same thing for the
Yeah, I mean,
Sentinel scene,
Sentinels changed a lot
there's
up
been a
though.
lot of
If I was
take
MiBR, I probably
positive
would have tried to
MiBR
just spam the B hits,
I mean,
but
MiBR,
as you
compared to
can
other
see,
two
they
teams,
literally
won
changed up
5
their whole
games already.
thing.
There's
Like
a
Narrate
lot to
and
review for
Bang are
these
basically
guys.
just
You know
swapped.
Kaplan has just been in the laboratory.
Yeah, another hidden disadvantage of having to run the lower bracket to get to this game.
It's been a gauntlet for them. 4 wins in a row up until this point.
Sen getting pretty active, swarming like a kicked anthill over on the B site. And there's your boy
Oh
John.
my goodness.
Gets a bit of glory for himself.
Yeah, they look good.
Push up there for Bang again. The confidence we saw in that previous round is carried over. Ends up being his undoing here, but here it is. Oh, man.
They're all
She
aiming.
has buys if you have the coin. I've got the...
Yeah, normally
extra
Aspas
days.
is good for like some hero
Just
rounds,
Aspas,
but we
the
just haven't
miracle
seen
worker
him.
left.
We said
One kill
earlier
and he
that
gets to that 2,000
I imagine
in
Sentinels would
VCT.
be good at
Yeah,
shutting him
sweet.
down.
For Aspas.
So what's
Although it could
happened?
be inconsequential.
He's been shut down the whole time.
Just short of the milestone. He shuts him down. Another lights out map from Zelsis, continuing the snappy aim, getting crucial
Yeah,
kills,
dude, but they all look
my
good.
God,
That's the thing,
difference
they
in
all
his
look really
utility
good.
Night and day from this game versus the one against